Hey guys, this is Amal from Tech Craft. In this video I want to show you guys some cases I picked up for the Samsung Galaxy S10. They do make these for the S10, the S10 Plus, and the S10e. You can go check them out. I'll post links to Amazon in the description. Now this is their heavy duty case. It's their mil spec grade case. This is their kickstand case, and what's really nice about this, it actually has this kickstand here, and you can actually set it up this way or you can set it up this way, and so that's a nice feature. It is a little bit heavier duty than this hybrid case they make. Now both of these come in different colors. This is like the all black, so the trim and the accent pieces are all black. I'll post links. I think they come in a couple different colors, where like this plastic piece here in the front is a different color, and then some of this is on the back is a different color. And then also with the hybrid case, these also come in different colors. This is the black with the gray accent right there. You can see the trim. I actually like this one. This one is a little bit lighter. It's a little bit thinner. And one thing I'll talk about is, there's slight differences in design. They actually go on very similar as far as getting the phone in. But this one is a little bit lighter duty. It's a little bit thinner. But it still has these nice bumpers on the edges here on the corners. You can make that out. This one actually has like significant bumpers, and it has this nice grip texture on all four corners. Whereas the hybrid case is a little bit more subdued in style. So I think these actually serve a really nice function. If you want something heavy duty, I would use this. And then for times, if you want to have kind of a nice clean look and you want like your phone to show on the back, this is a nice option to go with. I'll go into talking about the rugged case design first. As I mentioned, it does have this nice kickstand which locks in place. One thing I'll mention is it does have some really nice kind of little divots here that raises the phone off the surface, and I'll also talk about in a second about the front. But you can see the cameras are really well protected. They're really deeply recessed in there. That's actually a really nice plus. And this texture here is actually really significant. It actually has a really nice grip to it when you're holding the phone. You don't have to worry about it slipping out of your hand. It also does assist in finding the power button, because you can kind of feel from here and go down. One thing you'll notice though is that the power button starts on this part here where it drops down. The volume up button though is kind of recessed up in there. For the S10 Plus, this may be a different design. It may actually be more like this. But for the regular S10, which is smaller, so I understand that a little bit, yeah, the volume up button is kind of cut into the jimping. It's not a huge deal. After a while, you do get used to pushing it. The buttons do have a nice feel and nice click to them. Like I said, I really appreciate the port covers. I'm actually going to be doing a video on going completely wireless with my charging, and so the goal is to never have to open this port again, especially the charging port. The headphone jack I'll probably use here and there, but I also did pick up the Galaxy Buds in black. I'll be doing a video about those too. I want to minimize opening these ports as little as possible to prevent dust and water and stuff from getting in there. In my shop, it can get dusty as I'm working with leather, and I really like the option to keep these covered. The other thing I'll mention is that the front kind of edge on these is super aggressive. On some of the cases, they'll have this 1 millimeter thing where there's a 1 millimeter lip, and so you don't have to worry about putting your phone down flat on the surface. In this case, of course, it's not completely flat. It's bumping out a little bit, but just as an example, you can see that having it just right there, there's a really nice gap in there. And so that's actually really nice. One thing I've noticed is, those cases that have that 1 millimeter lip, that when you put them down on, say, a wood surface, this is actually pretty level, but if you put them down on a picnic bench, or there's some glass tables that have this kind of marbling texture to them, that sometimes that 1 millimeter just doesn't cut it, because there's texturing and raised edges. So just to show you how to get into this and how to get it on this style, this is a two-part case, and so there's usually a little lip right here on these. Most of these is a little cutout that you can kind of reach into the corner, and the goal is to actually pry that away. Oh, before you do that, you probably want to open up these plugs. They are actually friction fitted into the top part of the case, so you want to loosen those up and then stop kind of prying away. You can basically see the two separate pieces. This is just a plastic cover that goes on top. This style is actually really nice because if you do have a screen protector on, like this is the stock screen protector that I have on there, you don't actually have to worry about, you know, your screen protector coming up as you put on a case that comes from the back side. You know, when you put on one of those cases that slip on from the back, the danger is always that you'll end up pushing the screen protector up. When this goes on, it's really just wrapping around this plastic border, and so as long as this first part goes on properly the first time and it's not causing any problems with the screen protector, which it shouldn't because it's going on top, this won't cause any problems with your screen protector. So basically, once you have those two pieces separated, you can put them back together, and I'll actually put back together on this hybrid case. Alright guys, so getting the hybrid case, it's the same basic idea. You want to grab onto the corner here. Now I will say the hybrid case, the TPU silicone part on the edges here are actually a little bit thinner. They're actually a little bit more pliable, so it doesn't take as much work to get this case off. So I'm going to slap this on here. And because this is a see-through case, I'm going to try to get some of the fingerprints off. It may not be possible, but for this video I'm going to try, and we'll see how that shows. And you also want to, of course, wipe off over here too to get the case on. And this is how it works for the rugged case too. Is basically going to start at the top, and you're going to get the lip of this accent here kind of into the top rubber, and then once that's kind of in there, you kind of want to just work your way around the buttons and get those flush in there. And then when you get to the bottom section, you do want to kind of play with the port covers a little bit, have them come out. You can see this is the two plastic parts, both this and the hybrid case have it. This is the part that friction fits the covers, so you kind of want to stretch the rubber part around. Alright guys, so it probably isn't showing the best in this lighting because I have lights everywhere, so you're probably seeing all the smudges. Hypothetically, they would not be as noticeable in a regular daylight, but that's the S10 in black. And you know, if you had another color like white or whatever, you could of course choose a different case color, or you could do something contrasty like the white S10 against the black. It just kind of depends. Like I said, it has the gray accent there, and then the gray accent on that plastic piece. Overall guys, I really like this. The hybrid case is a little bit thinner, a little bit lighter weight compared to the heavy duty case, but it still has that super nice lip. It still feels like it will do a really good job protecting the screen. If it fell, you can see there's still a nice gap in there. So with this case, I would still have no worries about putting my phone face down for some reason if I needed to on like an uneven surface. I feel like this still provides enough clearance. And I do have Samsung Pay also, and I have not had any issues calling that up from the bottom, which is something to be aware of with cases that have like such an aggressive lip, and that has not been an issue either. So both of these allow for wireless charging. The case is not a problem. I will say though, reverse wireless charging is a separate issue. With my Galaxy Buds, for example, this hybrid case will charge them without issue. It is a little bit thinner, but the heavy duty case, because I think has the thickness and the kickstand mechanism, it makes, you know, this plastic a little bit thicker. I was not able to get my Galaxy Buds to charge. Once again, the Amazon affiliate links will be in the description for that too. I will have more content coming up. I'll have a couple more videos on the S10, and I promise I'll get back to doing more leather videos, and maybe even a video when the Note 10 is coming out. This was actually a suggestion from one of the subscribers, Aditya, so I appreciate that suggestion. So I will be doing definitely a long-term look, and I'll be talking about the S10 as the Note 10 gets closer. And if you're interested, you can follow me on my social media. All the links and information will be in the description. If you're interested in tech, leathercraft, EDC, and multi-tool stuff, be sure to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Take care.